I really want to break FRAPS right now. I have played through this sequence twice. This whole section twice. The first time it didn't record it at all. The second time it recorded the last 53 seconds. Not a I didn't press the key to start it right. It just failed. So I'm going to take a break after going through each little piece. So this is going to look choppier, because if I have to do the whole run again, at least you're going to be spared most of the conversation, because I am not sitting through it again.
You will go no further!
Oh yes, I will.
You do not have the right to demand my name. You have defiled our temple. You have spilled the blood of the faithful and slaughtered our young. No more. You will tell me now, intruder, why you have done all this. Why have you come here? I am Father Colgrim, leader and guide to the disciples of Andraste. Kill us, and you will face Andraste. She will smell our blood.
Not Andraste.
And the blood of her children on you, and her wrath will be great. She is so much more! She is even more glorious than all the old gods combined. The prophet Andraste has overcome death itself, and has returned to her faithful in a form more radiant than you can imagine. Not even the Tevinter Imperium could hope to slay her now.
Yeah,
What hope do you
I don't know
have?
about that. She's not that tough.
None but the disciples may approach Andraste. She is not ready
She's
yet.
not the easiest
When the
foe.
time is right, she will descend upon the
'Cause you
nations
can
in fiery splendor.
pick us up and shake us like a
all
rag
will
doll.
know her.
But dragon.
But
It's kind of expected.
perhaps there is a way to make up for your recent transgressions. It may be because I believe in second chances. All of
Or
us
that
stumble
you
through the
can't
darkness
do it and you
before
need
being
someone else
found
to
and
try.
shown the light. Perhaps through Andraste's mercy, her
Not
greatest
mercy.
enemy will become her greatest champion.
So champion is not
Atop this mountain
Thor.
lie the remains of the mortal Andraste. The urn is watched by an immortal guardian. He is trapped in the past and refuses to accept the risen Andraste.
'Cause she's
Now the
not
ashes
Andraste.
prevent holy Andraste from fully realizing her new form. They are a remnant of her past incarnation, and she cannot move on as long as they exist. The beloved needs to reclaim the ashes, to make them her own again. All it would take is a drop of her blood. Blood carries power, strength, knowledge.
Yep.
Through it,
Yep.
all the power that is
Blood
held in the
magic
ashes will
and
be
stuff.
returned to Our Lady. The Guardian has foiled all our attempts to reach the urn. He keeps what power remains from the true Andraste.
you're not clever enough
He
to
knows
get
the
through.
disciples, and we cannot touch him, for he draws his strength from the ashes themselves. But you could deliver Our Lady what is rightfully hers.
Not hers.
I could just imagine the Grand Cleric if she were here. Her head would explode, I kid you not.
The rewards for performing such a service would be great indeed. The task is simple. I give you a vial of the holy Andraste's blood, and you empty the vial into the ashes. Whatever magic was held in the ashes will be undone, and our great lady will be freed from the shackles of her past life!
I don't know if I like the idea of us helping this Colgrim.
Once that is done, you will
Wise
have earned your
observation.
place as our honored brother. Take this. The blood of the dragon. You know what you must do.
If we succeed, Colgrim and his fellows will be indebted to you. That puts you in a very advantageous position.
Excellent. With Colgrim on our side, we could make it through this entire ordeal with our necks intact.
Ooh, bad,
They're actually
bad
really
idea.
easy to
Remember the last time we had
decimate.
to drink blood? Only worse.
I don't know about worse.
I'm just going to assume you have something amazing and tricky up your sleeve.
Also
Usually,
know that the
yes.
ashes have healing properties. It may be prudent to save some for yourself before completing your task. Now, I shall beseech the Holy Andraste to let you pass safely into the inner sanctum.
Actually, she doesn't come down all on her own, so there is that. Now, before I move along, I'm going to break the video and see if it's actually recording this time. So far, so good. But yeah, I don't think not helping the Earl of Redcliffe as fully as I can does anything to the ending other than whether or not he has a wife and or child. And yeah, without Colgrim's horn, she never comes down and lands and plays with us. So I do actually need to kill him to be able to kill the dragon and get my armor. And some of those stat points I'm holding on to may need to go to being able to wear the armor.
A high
Because-
dragon is not a joke. We'd best be careful. Real careful.
Because armor made out of her is medium armor. And my coffee cup's empty. Disappointed. During the first and second run through, I had coffee. Now I'm out.
Great Andraste, I pray you, stay your wrath. I bring before you your champion, who will fall upon your enemies as a cleansing flame, paving the way for your glory. Beloved Andraste, O holy Andraste, we praise your name. I have spoken to the beloved Andraste. She will let you pass.
Oh, dragons and their pet humans.
We await your triumphant return. Go, show yourself to be Andraste's true champion.
Champion is not the word.
I feel like we have just entered the Grand Cleric's bedchambers, where no one has gone before.
That would be an interesting
Delighted.
challenge for you, wouldn't it? Alright, Guardian. Let's get this
I
over
bid
with.
you welcome, Pilgrim. You have come to honor Andraste, and you shall, if you prove yourself worthy. Then you will not come to the ashes. It is not my place to decide your worthiness. The gauntlet does that. If you are found worthy, you will see the urn and be allowed to take a small pinch of the ashes for yourself. If not, before you go, there is something I must ask. I see that the path that led you here was not easy. There is suffering in your past, your suffering, and the suffering of others. Tamlin was one of your tribe, a blood brother. You left him in the ruins, left him to his fate. Tell
Yep,
me, Pilgrim.
I did.
Did you fail Tamlin? Very well. You know your own heart.
Now you've got me curious about how you really feel.
I'm glad you declined. This question has nothing to do with our goal.
Oh, good. For a moment there, I thought you were going to go on a weepy tirade and try to share your feelings.
And what of those that follow you? Alistair, Knight, and Warden. You wonder if things would have been different if you were with Duncan on the battlefield. You could have shielded him from the killing blow. You wonder, don't you, if you should have died and not him?
But then we
Yes.
wouldn't have a king or a
If
prince.
Duncan had been saved, and not me, everything would be better. If I just had the chance, maybe I...
And the Antivan elf.
Oh, is it my turn now? Hurrah! I'm so excited.
Many have died at your hand. But is there any you regret more than a woman by the name of...
How do you know about that?
I
Poor
know
Zev.
much. It is allowed to me. The question stands, however. Do you regret?
Yes, the answer is yes, if that's what you wish to know. I do. Now move on.
And you, Morrigan,
Won't play
his
along.
daughter, what?
Begone, spirit. I will not play your games.
I will respect your wishes. The way is open. Good luck, and may you find what you seek.
Yeah.
Of course.
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thoughts
Going
strange
through this
sister
section
dwells
always
in
gets
night,
riddles in the
is
dark
swept
stuck
away
in my
by
head.
burning light. Of what do I speak? A dream came upon me as my daughter slumbered beneath my heart. It told of her life, and of her betrayal and death. I am sorrow and regret. I am a mother weeping bitter tears for a daughter she could not save.
The smallest lark could carry it, while a strong man might not. Of what do I speak?
I've never heard Alistair sing, but
Yes, I was Andraste's dearest friend in childhood, and always we would sing. She celebrated the beauty of life, and all who heard her would be filled with joy. They say the Maker himself was moved by Andraste's song, and then she sang no more of simple things.
I'd neither a guest nor a trespasser be. In this place I belong, that belongs also to me. Of what do I speak? It was my dream for the people to have a home of their own, where we would have no masters but ourselves. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and thus we followed Andraste against the Imperium. But she was betrayed, and so were we.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The debt of blood must be paid in full. Of what do I speak? Yes, my husband Hysarion would have chosen a quick death for Andraste. I made him swear that she would die publicly with her war leaders, that all would know the Imperium's strength. I am justice. I am vengeance. Blood can only be repaid in blood.
The bones of the world stretch towards the skies.
I've always gone through these in a slightly odd pattern.
Like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak? Yes. I carried Andraste's ashes out of Tevinter into the mountains to the east, where she could gaze ever into her Maker's sky. No more fitting a tomb than this could we find.
No man has seen it, but all men know it. Lighter than air, sharper than any sword. Comes from nothing, but will fell the strongest armies. Of what do I speak? Yes, hunger was the weapon used against the wicked men of the Teventer Imperium. The Maker kindled the sun's flame, scorching the land. Their crops failed, and their armies could not march. Then he opened the heavens and bade the waters flow, and washed away their filth. I am Kefir, disciple of Andraste and commander of her armies. I saw these things done, and knew the Makers smiled on us.
She wields the broken sword, and separates true kings from tyrants. Of what do I speak?
And that's the answer to the one that runs through my head when I do this.
Yes, I could not bear the sight of Andraste's suffering, and mercy bade me end her life. I am the penitent sinner, who shows compassion as he hopes compassion will be shown to him.
And...
a poison of the soul, passion's cruel counterpart. From love she grows, till love lies slain. Of what do I speak? Yes, jealousy drove me to betrayal. I was the greatest general of the Alamari, but beside her I was nothing. Hundreds fell before her on bended knee. They loved her, as did the Maker. I loved her too. But what man can compare with a god?
Good question. And I'm gonna check to see if it's recording again. We're still good.
It's so cold here, brother. Do you feel it? The chill eats at my bones. You think, this cannot be Tamlin. Tamlin is gone. It's only footsteps in the dust. I am Tamlin, and yet I am not. I am part of the Gauntlet, and part of you. Do you still dwell in the past? You said nothing when the Guardian asked you. Do you even know the answer? I wish you well, my friend. We will not meet again.
No, but we get to beat on ourselves now. Literally, instead of just metaphorically.
Let us end
Now we play a little. Bravo!
Yay. We're off. You're distracting. Go away. There we go.
Hey, see those thingies over on the side of that huge chasm? I bet they're used for something. Maybe I should touch them or stand on them?
Yes. Next time we see a strange contraption, why don't you just go stand on it? If something bad happens, hey, we know it's a trap.
Really think they're traps, do you?
I think I need you on.
What good is an incorporeal bridge? Are we
That
supposed to imagine ourselves on the other side?
Then after that she goes there. You... Is it the second or the third one? This one.
make it across.
And then more again. Goes here. So that Alistair can move. I don't remember where you go, honey. I don't suppose this one would do the job. No. I don't remember which one you are. That one. Alright. Now I can move forward and Zev can go.
Of course.
Elsewhere. So this one? Maybe. And then do you move? Yes. But I don't know which one I need you on. Oh. That one.
I'm sure there's a moral. Something to do with building bridges with friends or some such.
No, she just favors the clever.
Powerful magic indeed.
That favors the naked.
You have been through the trials of the gauntlet. You have walked the path of Andraste, and like her, you have been cleansed. You have proven yourself worthy, pilgrim. Approach the sacred ashes.
Now, move yourselves through the fire. Hurry up. There you go. Oh. And you. Oh boy.
I didn't think anyone could succeed in finding Andraste's final resting place. But here she is.
I stand in awe. Really?
Sarcasm.
Nice
That's
I should
original.
get one for my house.
The ashes.
I knew I'd regret letting you go through with this.
This most grievous of sins cannot go unpunished. Andraste must be avenged.
Oh. He does disapprove, significantly. Hadn't actually noticed that pop up before, but I'm not surprised. do, however, have more than enough gifts to correct the dent in his disposition. Not on hand. I have to go pick one of those up. This first.
Already, the weight of the past seems to have lifted off the mountain.
Holy
You
aura,
are
weight of the
Andraste's
past,
knight
whatever you
champion.
want to call it.
What you have done here will change the world forever.
And not necessarily for the better.
Yes, it would be a grave sin to deny you your just reward. You will share in the power of the dragon. You will become one of the children of the risen Andraste.
Which I can't actually benefit from because
blood of the
I'm a
dragon,
rogue
drawn from the
and
beating
not a
heart
warrior.
of a wyvern. Drink in the strengths of 1,000 generations.
But when I unlocked this before,
The blood of a dragon is not attained cheaply. Appreciate this gift.
Are you sure this is wise? I stood by while you did that thing with the ashes, but they're just ashes. This is different. You're going to... They say you are what you eat. What if you turn into something scaly and...
sweetie, consider the context of what you made me drink before. I haven't turned all nasty and dark spawny yet, have I? Besides, you did it too. Of course, that reaction is familiar, but you're not Duncan.
Do you feel any differently? The memories of the blood. A gift from Andraste. The knowledge of our fathers and grandfathers is slowly being passed to you. Even if you leave, you will take us with you. You will forever be one of us.
One of us. One of us. But, again, when I unlocked that before, I loaded and then didn't destroy the ashes, and then just killed them. Though, that being said...
Ah! Our champion has returned!
Not a champion.
Is there anything I can do for you? It was the sin of the Imperium that brought them into this world. Let them come and scourge the land.
So you won't
Pave
even
the
help
way
me
for
against the
risen
blight.
Andraste. And when there is nothing left to destroy, we will emerge and build a new kingdom in her name.
No. No,
You would
you
turn
won't.
on us?
Yes, I
After
would.
we've bestowed upon you the power granted by the Prophet?
Not
if you
the Prophet.
seek death, then I will gladly give it to you.
Not this day. Why? Why are you just standing there, stupid? Fine. That. Very important. Let's cull the herd a bit more first. Look. The rest of you do something useful. Why did you stop shooting?
Now we really don't.
Now this is more like
Just stand there looking stupid.
I see.
I can't really do anything with one Drake scale.
course.
Nothing on you. There is loot over here. So that she doesn't just land on the whole party, I'm going to distribute us across this field. But saving now is a really good idea, and I also want to check to make sure that this segment is also recorded.